That did not get enough credit.
Okay, you're on.
Good job out there.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
not that. Without that,
Yeah, this is longer bottom of the sixth.
I mean, there's two on, one out.
Yeah, yeah. And, the other thing was, I think he's had some games where he's led the team in defense. And that was only his second out. Third base.
Yeah. Well, and Graves had 2 innings, 6 strikeouts, right?
Yeah. That was crazy. I think yeah, he's up to 9. So Ian's got 15.
Could have kept people off the bases.
Yeah.
Would have been a really good showing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, in case you're interested, Ian's at 15 strikeouts, 8 times got the first 2 outs, 4 times got the 1-2-3 inning, and 6 times had a 13 or less pitch
Nice.
inning. So, morning, Dr. Bancroft. I'm doing great.
I didn't listen to the broadcast yesterday. He talked about Ian's body language. I feel like it was the worst I've ever seen yesterday from him.
Really?
Yeah, even like first and second inning when it was no runs scored on him, he was just like, he's kind of sick right now. He woke up yesterday sick, but yeah, he looks so sad. I thought.
You know what, I really mean this, Scott, and I'm not just saying this, to be nice, but Ian is definitely a body language deceiver, because he does the whole shoulder slump thing, slap the glove, but I really believe it doesn't affect him.
Yeah, usually the next pitches are fine.
Exactly.
After that, but yeah.
He's got just a little bit of what Jessica would call the FU mentality, which is I'm gonna come back harder, madder, meaner.
Whose donuts are those? Yours, John? Who brought those donuts?
We did.
I have a donut?
Yeah. Just save they're Ian's birthday donuts for the team afterwards. But we bought 2 dozen, so we only need to save 11.
Okay.
Wait,
So half of those can get eaten.
11 is less than 1 dozen, so that means they bought twice.
Right.
What you mean?
Yeah.
You didn't respond to my text last night.
What?
Scott Nelson would have loved it too.
What? Which one?
My amazing investment advice.
Oh, yeah, your .1 whatever.
Robinhood notified me I earned a penny of dividend.
1 penny of dividend.
I get stuff like
Their
that
management
too,
fee was
'cause-
only 0.1% also. So it actually, you lost.
So when Ada was
95.
like 12, I bought her 1 share of Starbucks as kind of it's 1 share of Starbucks and 1 share of Apple.
I love it.
Because they're both dividend stocks, and I kind of wanted to show her like, if you buy enough, you could pay for your Starbucks, like yearly Starbucks, just on a dividend. Right?
Yeah.
And but with 1 share, the dividend's like $2 a year, and so I get those notifications.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The Apple has done better, right? Decent dividend, and it's gone up. Starbucks has just gone down.
Starbucks is struggling. They just got a new CEO though. The guy who took Chipotle and Taco Bell to the promised land. So.
Yeah. The Starbucks one was convenient because the day I bought it, it was like $100 exactly.
Huh.
And so, it's pretty
Good
easy
way to see it.
It's
Track.
pretty easy to remember.
That's funny. All right, I'm gonna get some interviews here.
Yeah.
So, have a good morning. Thanks for bringing them down.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I don't feel like I saved you much time. But
Whoa. Crew slept all 30 minutes that you saved us time, so he is eternally grateful.
I left my chair in Koi.
Okay.
I mean in Mom's Koi.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Sorry, buddy. All right, Landogini.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Morning, Mr. Erdman. How's the ankle, Graydon? Yeah. Oh, that's a relief. Morning, Coach. Alex.
It's gone? It's gone. Oh, crap. You should have taken it right away.
Which one's gone?
It's Austin. Austin's eating the donut. Look at that. Look at that. Just go stand and look at it. Yeah, just go stare at Austin. Just go stare. Austin eating the boy's donut. I bought that one for him.
Austin, this.
Oh, hey, my second favorite right here. Get on base, Dad.
Dr. Bancroft just ate Grant Franzen's donut. Okay, welcome to Storm Baseball. Here we go. Game 18 on the year. Ames Storm, 5 wins, 12 losses. Dexter Erdman at the plate. The Tyrannosaurus Dex, as only I call him. Dexter batting .379, has the 3rd best on-base percent on the team. He reaches the bag 56% of the time. Dexter now tied with Colton Hibbing for most walks. They each have a dozen this year. Erdman's going to hit one high to center, and he will fly out to start the game. That'll bring up Lucas Dressler. Lucas, number 3 on the team in batting average, .447. Fell behind Deerdorf in the on-base percent lead by 0.04 yesterday. And he will also pop out to center field. So back-to-back flyouts to center. This will bring up Colton Hibbing, batting .382. Leads the team in doubles and runs. Pitcher wastes no time with his windup. Hibbing fouls that one off. His little brother Crew on commission, $1 per foul ball, as paid by the Ames Storm, I mean his mother. And Hibbing is going to check his swing right back to the pitcher. And just like that, we will go to the bottom of the first in what was a 3-minute top of the first. Oh, you got it. So on the mound this morning is going to be Dexter Erdman. We're joined in the booth now by Crew Hibbing. Crew, a little bit out of breath after that foul ball. Crew, how you doing?
Good.
Is it true you're getting paid $1 per foul ball?
Yeah, for the whole entire baseball season.
For the whole season. I love it. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's take a look at the defense here. You'll have the barrel, Finn Burrell, at third. Lucas Dressler making his second start in as many days at short. Absence of Elijah Deerdorf still true. This is tournament number 5 of 8 for the Ames Storm. Of course, the boys begin their Ames High 8th grade baseball schedule this coming Friday the 6th. Deardorff and Bancroft playing junior varsity have already begun theirs. Speaking of Bancroft, he's on first base. Then in right field is St. Berger. Center field, Landon Dahlberg. Left field, Ian Nelson. Catching, Colton Hibbing. And riding the pine, Mr. Joey Franzen. Those are your 10 today. Of course, it's an 11-man roster. Deardorff on vacation this weekend. We are ready to go. Erdman on the mound. Dexter comes into today having pitched the 4th most pitches, 231. In fact, he's 3rd on the team in strikeouts. He will hope to catch Danielson, who's one ahead of him with 12. Dexter leads the team in earned run average. Behind him, Nelson and Dressler, who both average 1.1 runs given up per inning. Erdman only averages giving up a half run per inning. Throws strikes at a clip of 60%. And that first pitch is just a bit outside. Good velocity. I mentioned it last night. As Burrell snags a line drive from the batter. Mentioned it last night. I thought Erdman was pitching with as much velocity as I've ever seen him hurl. So Burrell, fun little fact here, has now made Ames Storm's last 3 defensive outs. Burrell had the magical double play in the top of the 6th last night to get us out of a bases loaded 1-out jam in the top of the 6th. So there's a discussion right now. I don't know what the name of this team is we're playing. We'll call them the Tar Heels since they've got North Carolina blue on. There's a discussion whether the ball hit his helmet or the bat first. The umpire called it a strike because he heard it hit the bat. So it was a tricky thing. You know, it's almost like, why does a coach ever challenge a call? I don't think more than 1 in 100 are overturned. But nevertheless, gets in the umpire's head. Probably the right thing to do. There's a high hit ball. Danielson gives it a tremendous amount of chase, but it's going to fall out of his reach as well as Berger's reach. And batter number 2 is aboard for the Tar Heels. So in the end, the ball don't lie. Maybe that batter number 2 was hit in the helmet. Deserved first base all along. Gets a bloop single out of that one. There's a ball low in outside in the dirt. Great stop by Hibbing. Holds the runner at first. This is batter number 3 in the lineup. There's a ball 1 fraction of a millimeter above the chest. Call the ball. There, good spot by Erdman. Cool, crisp Sunday morning, June 1, Altoona, Iowa. 60 degrees the temp. Short timeout here to check the runner. Not a big lead. He does go. There's going to be a hit, and that was a very difficult one for so that ball just swallowed up Dressler at short. That would have been tough in the best of circumstances. Good base running by the runner at first to go for third. Dahlberg tries to throw him out. He's about a second late on that throw, and then Burrell chases the batter, who was advancing to second. He was a second late despite a nice tag from Danielson. Danielson very locked in at second base right now, giving chase to that pop-up in right field, and then a very nice sweeping tag attempt on the throw from Burrell to no avail. So Ames in a little bit of trouble here. Meanwhile, Hibbing tries to catch the base runner sleeping and airmails it to left field. So first run of the day comes across the plate. It's interesting. You wonder if, the catcher needs a couple warm-up throws to third and first just as much as the pitcher needs his warm-up throws. Probably not a bad idea for the catcher to do that, just to remind. Oh, and some speedy base running there. So that was a bummer deal. Dressler was playing close to second to hold the base runner. The ball was otherwise hit right in the direction of where Dressler would normally be standing. Good job by Dressler to get to the ball, but by the time he did field it pure. Good accurate throw to first, just about a half second late. So good base running here by the Tar Heels. Runner, of course, will go. Funny moment there, the first base coach yelling, up, 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 and the base runner still slid, and the first base coach says, or down. Not a large contingent for either team here in attendance this morning, as there is another bloop to the right field line. Danielson, again, having eaten his Wheaties this morning, is first one to the ball, despite it falling equidistant behind Bancroft and in front of Berger. So runners on the corner. Still just one out by Burrell. Burrell has accounted for the Ames Storm's last 3 outs dating back to yesterday. Ball in the dirt. Hibbing fields it.
Gave it to the guy in the black shirt, and if you haven't already, down at the end there, just yep. So we still do that in play play?
Runner is going to go. There's a pop fly. This is a potential double play opportunity. Dahlberg fields it, and Dahlberg is going to throw a perfect throw to first base for the double play, and Ames out of a jam. Good job, Lando. Landon, is that your first double play of the year? All right. Nice job. Happy birthday, Ian.
That's
So 4 of the Ames Storm's last 5 outs have come on double plays. That one was Dahlberg's first such double play of the year. Tremendous accurate throw from center, can't be understated. So Graydon Bancroft is going to lead off the second.
Matt.
2 runs came across the plate that inning. So Ames down 2-0. Top of the second, Graydon Bancroft, your batter, takes ball 1 inside. That'll be ball 2 in the dirt. Bancroft, number 2 on the team in batting average. Started off the season in 6th. Has worked his way up quite well. Bancroft, team leader in home runs last year with 10. Still looking for his first one in AAA. Does have 15 RBIs on the season. 2 behind Burrell, who's on deck. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the second. There's a ball way high. Bancroft, one of those 6-foot tall 8th graders. And Bancroft down on strikes. Nice pitch as that one seemed to dive late. So here's the barrel, Finn Burrell. Great game for Finn yesterday. Not talked about enough. The double play to end it. And then he also had a 2 RBI single. I can't remember. It's all blurring together. We had 3 games yesterday. Now Burrell's going to hit one to deep right field. That is going, gone! Finn Burrell with home run number 3 on the season. RBI number 18. That'll get the party started. Ames cuts the deficit in half. And Burrell will wear the cowboy hat.
Nice job, bud.
That away, Finn.
Way to get us a plan, right? Go, Landon. Good eye.
So Burrell with dinger number 3 on the season. This will bring up Landon Dahlberg. And Dahlberg will put the bat on the ball. Very well fielded by the shortstop, but the wheels of Dahlberg force the shortstop into a overthrow. More like an underthrow. It was low and wide right. So Dahlberg is aboard as the Storm has a little magic happening after the first 4 batters were retired. This will bring up the birthday boy, Ian Nelson, 15 years old today. And Dahlberg will steal right away. No attempt made to get him out. Takes away the potential double play for the Storm. Nelson fouls that one off. Dahlberg, that was his 11th stolen base on the season. That's good for 3rd on the team. He's chasing Hibbing with 14, Deerdorf with 17. Not a big lead right now. And Crew Hibbing, I tell you, if he gets $1 for foul balls, he should probably get $2 for home run balls. He does get that for Finn Burrell. Nice job by the catcher there, blocking one in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nelson yesterday in the final game saw 13 pitches, and 12 were balls. Now, a beautiful hit by Nelson, but a bummer base running effort by Dahlberg, who got a late jump on third and was thrown out by the left fielder after Nelson's single. Base running is the silent killer, as Nelson is going to steal second base. Kind of like in football, special teams isn't talked about or given much credit. The same is true of base running in baseball. And we've seen some teams this week that are very good at base running and others are not. There is a strike at the knees to Ethan Danielson. See if I was right about Danielson's focus this morning. He's been very active at second base. Swing and a miss there. Lays off a high one again. Danielson wanted to swing. Loving his ambition here on this early Sunday morning. There is another ball high, and Nelson is going to get a second stolen base as Danielson will get the walk. So Ames Storm runners on the corner with 2 outs. This will bring up St. Berger.
Hey, Finn. Thanks for that run.
Huh?
Thanks for that run.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, you did. Good job. I told you that.
And Danielson will get the free stolen base there. Takes away the double play. Not a strong arm on this catcher, it would seem. This team, early indications are very beatable. We are 1/5 the way through the game, still in the top of the second. And Berger is going to hit another one over the right fielder's head. That is his spot. And Berger will have a 2 RBI double to score the birthday boy, Ian Nelson, as well as Ethan Danielson. That is the 3rd time this year that Berger has hit it over the right fielder's head for a double. So great job by Saint, and the Storm takes the lead 3-2 in the top of 2. This is not number 2, it's number 3, Joey Franzen at the plate. Boy, St. Berger could very easily steal third here. Okay, now he's being held. Barely.
Hey, you got a piece of it.
St. Berger could do the cha-cha on his way to third here. He is not being held. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, I just about ate my words. I actually thought he was out there on that pickoff attempt. I just don't think the umpire had a good angle. Ames has gotten the benefit of 2 calls so far. One, the pitch from Erdman that probably hit the batter in the helmet before it hit his bat. And 2 right there, I think Berger got picked off. So Franzen 2 strikes on him here as Ames has the lead 3-2, courtesy of a home run from Burrell and a 2-run double from Berger that scored Nelson and Danielson. Franzen with a beautiful hit right through the 1-2 hole, and they're going to try to score Berger, and they will score Berger. on an RBI single by Franzen. Right through the 3-4 hole. Great job, Joey. So Ames continues the party. Now leads 4-2. Or as all my father's friends and their dad jokes would say, fortitude. There's a ball in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher. Now Franzen, pretty skilled base runner there. It's about as good a job as getting to the secondary as I've seen any of our Storm boys do. He gets a good lead. He's not being paid any attention. Erdman is going to ground out to second. Fielder's choice. Franzen out. And we will go to the bottom of the second. But 4 runs score on a Burrell dinger. And 3 runs batted in, courtesy of our final 2 batters in the lineup, Berger and Franzen. We'll take a break.
Hey, let's go, Ames. Good defense.
Yeah. Yeah, do you get extra for home run balls?
How much money do you get from home run balls? No, I think the Brells owe you $1 too.
That seems fair.
Take that ball back and say, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, you should sell it. Sell it.
Hold it for deposit.
We're going to make this work this time. Yes. This kid.
Austin A. Jones.
You get to do it all season. You can let me What are you going to do with it?
I don't think I can be faster than that.
Oh, here we go. Hey, he's paying up fast.
Yeah, I don't
You don't want that following you.
like a Dave Ramsey sort of.
He's got an envelope for home run balls.
Dad. Oh. Where's your bag?
Right in the corner there. Matt's got his out to eat envelope.
His home run is muscle.
Okay, here we go. Bottom of 2. Ames leads 4-2.
Dad, can you put this in the wallet?
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So in case you missed the broadcast yesterday, we were talking about how my son, on the drive down to the game, he was optimistic about the team's chances this week because they're coming off of 2 straight weeks, having practiced 5 days with the Ames High 8th grade team. And so he was optimistic that the quintupling of practices would lead to better results for the team. And so far he's been right. 2 wins yesterday, including their largest against a 3A team of the year, 6 runs over the Bats. There is a dribbler up the middle. Danielson fields it pure on the rope. I'm telling you, folks, Danielson came to play today. He is active as I've ever seen him at second base, and had to run about 10 steps to the right there, fielded it pure, threw a rope to first, and got the batter out with ease. Already scored a run. Great game for Ethan so far as he records his first out of the day. 4 outs so far, 1 by Burrell, 2 by Dahlberg, 1 by Danielson. Danielson's joined on the right. Croft at first. The man with above average bone density. On the left side of the infield, the barrel himself, Finn Burrell, And Lucas Dressler subbing for Deerdorf at short, doing a great job. There's a strike right down the middle thrown by Erdman, and Erdman, in my opinion, settles in better than any pitcher after the first batter. There's back-to-back strikes by Erdman. Erdman's entire family in attendance here, including sister Ada. There's a one hopper to Hibbing. Left field, Ian Nelson. Center field, Dahlberg. Right field, Berger. No changes to the defense. And there's going to be a check swing by the batter. Shorter fella here at the plate for the Tar Heels, or whatever their name is. Ball in the dirt, and Erdman will render a walk. This is always fun, looking at the size difference of the first baseman and the base runner. Bancroft's got him by about a foot. So this is batter wearing jersey 34. His name is Graham, according to what I hear all the fans yelling out. Ball inside as Hibbing thinks about throwing down to first. Opts not to.
You got it, buddy.
Erdman in just a bit of a rut here. Takes a break to look over at first. Fortitude. Ames leads. Bottom of the second. Runner's going to go. Hibbing will throw down and get him with ease. Oh, it was ball 4. So, no throw down. In case you're all wondering about Grant Franzen and whether or not he's starving, he is eating yogurt now after polishing off his donut, and in between the donut and the yogurt was chewing on some seeds. There's a strike from Erdman. The world's biggest fourth grader is doing his part. Ball high. So 1-1 count. Still nobody out after a couple of walks. I'm sorry, 1 out. Courtesy Danielson. Coach Dahlberg calls out from the dugout, keep him honest. There's a strike, foul ball.
One more, bud.
Parent Burrell yells out, good pitch. Mama Erdman yells out, one more. Both true statements. There's a ball high. Hibbing tries to frame that one. We're going to have a substitute base runner. It's pretty unusual for that to happen 2 or 3 pitches into the at-bat, but maybe the coach just realized the opportunity was there. Hibbing is going to... Hibbing's not able to field that pitch clean, and so runners advance to second and third. So we got a full count here, 3-2, 1 out. Oh, that one was just a bit high and outside. So ball 4. 3 straight walks for Erdman here. A little bit of trouble brewing in Chinatown. Bases loaded, 1 out. I think this is the top of the, I don't know where we're at. There's ball low. That's going to get past Hibbing, and the runner from third will score again. These are pretty darn big backstops. So the Ames lead is shrunk to 4-3.
Go 6, you got it.
Runners on second and third, 1 out. Ball high. Good word of encouragement from Bancroft at first base. Says, come on, Dexter, you got this. There's a ball low. That one gets past Hibbing.
Reset, buddy.
I don't. I have. So I have the scorecards match. We're good.
So we got ourselves a tie game here in the bottom of the second. There's a dribbler to Dressler, and Dressler is going to throw a dime from shortstop to get the batter out, and yet the run from third scores. So bases are cleared, but we're at 5-4 now. Ames trails.
This is top.
Top of the order coming up here. And Erdman complaining about his arm a little bit. See what the discussion is here between him and coach.
Hey, 2 out, James.
Let's go, Ames. Come on, Dexter.
I'm sure the discussion there was to try to get the last out and then reevaluate. So, you know, while you've got the top of the lineup coming, in one regard that's scary, but in another regard, typically the batters at the top of the order swing more. So, look good, D.
You got it, buddy.
What is the count?
2-0. There is a chopper right through shortstop and third. Nelson not able to field that one cleanly, but able to rebound and hold the batter to first. That could have been scary. That ball jumped up on Nelson and managed to squirt by about 5 feet. It was their leadoff batter. Typically, leadoff batter is the fastest. So if anybody was going to squeeze out a double, it would be that runner. There is a pop fly to St. Berger in right field. He's reading it well. He's under it. And, oh, it's going to get over Berger's head. Are going to, okay, good relay. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. Danielson is just on it today. But then that ball gets under Hibbing's legs. On the throw from second. So Hibbing having a bit of a rough game. Overthrew.
Is it on your screen right now?
It is. I'm just talking. It's not filming. Or yeah, the camera's actually behind.
I know.
Yeah.
So you don't film at all?
We're just going back and forth between the two. Matt controls the two cameras there. So, yeah, that's what's up. So Hibbing having a bit of a rough game, overthrew the third baseman. In the first inning, had a couple passed balls. And then let that one get through the wickets after the ball went over Berger's head. Speaking of Berger, he's going to come in to pitch. We'll take a break. All right, so Ames trying to get out of this inning. Some missed opportunities. Here's a ball in the dirt from St. Berger. Again, Erdman complaining about his elbow. And Dressler with a beautiful play. Oh, Dressler with a beautiful play at short to field it and pop up. He was gonna have to throw it on a rope. He did. It was in the dirt. Bancroft not able to backhand it, and Bancroft walking back to the infield, pointing to his chest, saying, "That's on me." There is a blooper that is going to fall 5 feet in front of Erdman. Love to see our right fielder dive for that, but it's tricky. You know, you dive, you miss it, it rolls, and as such, Erdman left it in front of him, and no runs scored. So Berger getting the job done here. I mentioned it 5-6 minutes ago. Sometimes, as dangerous as the top of a batting order can be, those batters are more prone to swing. So not a bad strategy here by Coach Dahlberg to throw a less experienced pitcher in. A developing story here. The GameChanger manager for the other team has now come over to talk to Coach Dahlberg 4 times as Berger pitches a strike. I don't know what that's about. If there's a problem with the lineups, or if the representative from the other team is just as endeared to Coach Dahlberg as the rest of us. And they're going to say that one hit the sleeve of the batter. Not a huge problem because first base was open, but now we've got some big problems. This is where the game could really break open. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Score still within comeback reach. Ball 2, thrown by Berger. I think what Coach Dahlberg is doing here is, for one thing, he's trying to throw a less experienced pitcher at the part of the lineup that is more apt to swing. And then secondly, he's trying to use Berger as a bridge to get to maybe a more experienced pitcher who could come in for 3 innings, such as there's a shot, should be right at Dahlberg and catchable. It is, and Ames is out of the inning. So great job. The gamble pays off. Berger gets an out. And we're still within striking range.
We're down 3. No big deal. We got plenty of time to get those runs back, okay? You got to make a decision right now on defense, okay? We've got to lock it down, right? We can't just keep giving up 4 runs, 3 runs, 4 runs, and expect to win this game, okay? We gave them 6 outs that inning, right? We should only give them 3. Let's make the team plays the team, okay? And it's our game to win, right? Okay. Keep your head up. Let's go get those runs back. Get back on defense after this inning. Score 10 runs here, and we'll lock them down. Okay? They throw them up 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, we're top of lineup, Dex. Let's go. Dexter batting?
Ground out. Right. I like it. Well, why'd you do that? Because it wasn't changing.
Get him, Lucas. Nice pitching, buddy. Okay, so heading into the top of the 3rd here, Ames down 3. That was a key. That was a key out there by Dahlberg. Nice short warm-up by the Tar Heels pitcher. So Ames down 7-4 as we go to the top of the 4th. We'll have what many call the heart of the lineup coming. 2, 3, 4, Dressler, Hibbing, Bancroft. We'll recap our defensive outs there in a moment. Dahlberg with 3, Dressler with 1, Danielson with 1, and Burrell with 1. So 5 of the 6 outs on defense here so far, coming from the infield. This is Lucas Dressler up to bat again. Comes in today 3rd best batting average on the team, 447. 0.04 of a point off Deerdorf for on-base percent. And he is quickly ahead, 3-1 in the count. And a 4-pitch walk to Dressler.
Hello, Tim.
Gets the party started. Hello, Grant Franzen. You chewing gum now? We've seen Grant Franzen chewing gum, eating seeds, yogurt, donuts. This will bring up Colton Hibbing
More
here.
donuts later.
0 for 1 so far today. With a check swing to the pitcher. He takes a ball outside there. Hibbing looking to get going after a rough outing at catcher so far. Meeting at the mound, interesting. I suppose 5 straight balls to start the 3rd inning warrants a meeting at the mound. Hibbing batting .382. It's good for 4th on the team. 5 doubles. Leads the team in walks, doubles, and runs. Coming up on the halfway point in the game. Top of the 3rd. Dressler, 2-step lead on 1st. And Hibbing's going to pop one foul. His brother Crew will earn $1 for that foul ball. So again, I always hate to jinx a kid, but Hibbing leads the team with fewest strikeouts this year. He's only struck out 3 times. Next best on the team is 5. He does have 2 strikes on him here. There'll be a pickoff attempt of Dressler. If you haven't heard me say this before, I'm a firm believer in the value of a coach's visit to the mound. Case in point, pitcher here started with 5 straight balls. And Hibbing hits one up the middle, and it's fielded by the catcher, or by the pitcher, but then the throw to second is off target thanks to some good aggressive base running by Dressler. So Hibbing is aboard, and Dressler advances to second as Ames is in business here, top of the 3rd. Graydon Bancroft at the plate. Bancroft still looking to uncork one here. It's going to be any at bat now that he uncorks one. There's a ball in the dirt. Mike Dressler, he has now seen two balls. Back to Hibbing, leads the team in with fewest strikeouts. You know, one thing he has implemented to his game is I think something he caught off of YouTube as Bancroft swings and a miss there, which is that you change your swing when you have 2 strikes on you. There's a way that you can shorten it to just simply make it more accurate. It's like struggling in golf because you're swinging too hard, and Hibbing's done well at that, to just make contact when he's got 2 strikes on him, just even changes his stance. That's kind of cool. Bancroft here, 2 balls, 2 strikes, still nobody out. Bancroft did strike out his first at bat, and he'll go down on strikes again. So Finn Burrell, earlier this season, had both of his home runs in the same game. Can he do it again? He looks at a strike there. If memory serves, both of his home runs the last time were on a Sunday. I just remember I was in Kansas City with my daughter for volleyball that day and was following the game on GameChanger, and I'm pretty sure that was a Sunday. Good swing from Burrell there. So Ames down 7-4, top of the 3rd, 1 out. Runners on 1st and 2nd, Hibbing and Dressler respectively. And Burrell is going to rope one. Oh, just a foot foul. That would have been triple material. Bummer, 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 bummer. 2 strikes on Burrell here. Takes one inside. Burrell seeing the ball well. That's encouraging. Dahlberg on deck. Burrell batting .353. 18 RBIs. He's got a 3 RBI lead on Bancroft. Again, seeing the ball well. That one was close, but it was about an inch below the knees, and so good job by the umpires. These umpires are just, for the most part, they're just great. And Burrell's going to walk. So great battle for Burrell, and that'll load the bases for Landon Dahlberg. Dahlberg number 2 on the team with fewest strikeouts, and we are going to have a pitching change here. So we'll take a break while he warms up. Be right back. All right, bases juiced.
All right, Landon.
You got
There for you.
wind, fire, and lightning on base. Dahlberg way in front of that one. It's a big boy on the mound here. Critical part of the game. Ball low. Good job by Dahlberg there. Critical part in the game. 55 minutes in. Down 3. Bases loaded. 1 out. Top of the 3rd. Dressler on 3rd. Hibbing on 2nd. Burrell on 1st. And Dahlberg's going to rope one down the 3rd base line. That'll get past the 3rd baseman. Hibbing is going to try to score from 2nd, and the left fielder is not able to field it cleanly. Hibbing does come in from 2nd for run number 16 of the year, as does Dressler. And a 2 RBI single from Dahlberg cuts the lead to 7-6. And that'll bring up the birthday boy, Ian Nelson. Still just 1 out. Burrell on 2nd. Ball low. Another great game. In case you missed it yesterday, fantastic game. Ames down 6-4. Going into the bottom of the 6th. Scores 3 runs. On a walk-off stolen home by Bancroft. Ends the day with 2 wins. There is a wicked curveball gone wrong, and Finn Burrell, the class of 2029's fastest boy over 160 pounds, steals 3rd. Dahlberg follows his lead, steals 2nd, and that will take away the force out. So Ames in business, tying run on 3rd, go ahead run on 2nd. And Nelson is going to foul that one off. Crew Hibbing will collect another $1. He may have enough for a Lego collection by the end of the day. Good job by the Tar Heels coach here, telling his right fielder to move right, noticing that Nelson was behind on that last swing. Yep, here he goes again. Still telling his outfield to shift right. And Nelson says, well, eat this. Nelson is going to dribble it to 3rd. And the throw from 3rd is high, pulls the base runner off the bag. Nelson with enough wheels to get in under the jumping first baseman. And he is safe while Burrell scores to tie the game. Dahlberg advances to 3rd, and we are tied 7-7, still just 1 out. And runners on the corner. Great job by the birthday boy, Ian Nelson. Here is Ethan Danielson. I tell you, it is criminal to have an Ian and an Ethan back to back in the lineup. Hard on the tongue. See if Nelson tries to take 2nd base. He is going to try. There's a foul ball, so Nelson will have to do it again. He'll get his steps in. So again, we're in top of the 3rd here. About 60 minutes in, 40 to go. Tie game, 7-7. Only 1 out. Dahlberg on 3rd. Nelson on 1st. Nelson will try to steal 2nd. That ball is super inside. And Dahlberg steals home, which gives Ames the lead, 8-7. And Nelson advances to 2nd. So for the 2nd time today, Ames has scored 4 runs in a frame. So Nelson, we all love Ian. He did twice last year get caught on the base path. So has a little bit of PTSD from that. Doesn't always take the biggest leads. Danielson's going to pop one up foul. And fortunately for Crew Hibbing, that is out of the park. There's a race between Crew and Joey's mom to get the ball. Joey's mom probably could have got there first, but she's aware that Crew makes $1 for every foul ball, so she politely laid off. Ball outside to Danielson. In case you missed Coach Dahlberg's mid-inning speech, he said, hey, we're down 3. What we need to do here is score 10 and then hold them. The inspiration of that was riveting, and we're 40% the way to that coming true. Burrell walks out with a solo cup to return the ball. Got Crew collected, so 2 outs here after the Danielson strikeout. This is St. Berger, 1 for 1 today with a double. 2 straight days that Berger has had a nice double now. I hope I'm wrong, but the pitcher here for the Tar Heels seems to be settling in. As he's now thrown 4 straight strikes. Damage has been done, though. Ames leads 8-7, having twice today scored 4 runs in a frame. Nelson still on second. Good job by Berger holding off on that one. Franzen on deck, already with 2 RBIs today. And Nelson's going to steal third as Berger fouls that one off. This is something I love that Coach Dahlberg does, but if we have 2 outs and, 1 or 2 strikes, or Coach Dahlberg sees the other pitcher humming, Coach Dahlberg starts to think of trying to get that runner home on account of passed balls. Berger's going to strike out looking, as all 3 outs that frame come on storm strikeouts from Bancroft, Danielson, and Berger. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. There's going to be the rare meeting of the minds in between offense and defense. 8-7, Matt?
8-7.
We just like to score 4 runs or none at all. I want to take a moment to thank Matt Burrell for coming early, setting up all the cameras for your viewing pleasure. Although Matt did say, shame on you if you're watching this instead of going to church. No, he didn't say that.
Doesn't sound like me.
Okay, so St. Berger's going to go back on the mound here with...
Dad, I got...
I know. You got 8 foul balls today?
No, I have 7 foul balls and $8 because Matt gave me $1.
Okay, 7 foul balls and a home run ball. If Finn hits
That
another...
costs $2.
If Finn hits another home run ball, you need to hold it captive for like $5.
Negotiating.
What even is the ball?
Oh, I put it in my bag of stuff.
All right, so let's look at the defense here. We still got the Barrel on third, Dressler at short, Danielson at second, Bancroft at first, Franzen warming up Erdman in right, Dahlberg in center, and Nelson in left, Hibbing at catcher. It'd be interesting to see. I would love to know what the strategy is here. We're definitely within we're within the range that an Ian Nelson, Ethan Danielson, Joey Franzen, even Lucas Dressler or Bancroft could try to close this game out. We're not going to need those 5 pitchers the rest of the day, but I don't know if any of them, I don't know that they're all 5 available. Matt, do you know, like, is Ian, Ethan, Joey, Lucas, Graydon available?
Yeah.
Just
So that's innings pitched yesterday.
so they're all available. Yeah, I wonder if what I was going to do is bring in Ian if Berger struggles, or if he's waiting to start him in a.
I know Graydon is not going to pitch anymore because I think he pitched some
For JV.
too during the week. So
Okay.
I think he's not going to pitch. Other than that, I think everybody's.
Okay. Beautiful pitch from Berger. I don't want to undersell Berger here as a pitcher. He's just not as experienced as the others, and so ball high there. He definitely pitches hard. That's good. Keeps the batters guessing. But again, Nelson, Dressler, Franzen, and Danielson should all be available. I have to think that's the strategy, that coach will go to one of those four to close the game and then have all three available for the 10 a.m. game. So Berger administers a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter for the Tar Heels. And that is a just beautiful put the barrel on the ball hit. It's the most frustrating thing about sports, baseball and golf specifically. If you can swing your arms off and all it does is spin the ball downward or foul, and instead if you just make a nice, easy, level swing, let the ball do the work. There goes Crew Hibbing looking for foul ball number 8. Oh no, is Joey Franzen going to steal it from him? Joey!
Good job, Joey.
Great throw from Hibbing. So the Tar Heels batter walked and has now stolen second. Represents the tying run. Ball low and inside. Did you get it, buddy?
Joey did the same thing that Grant did yesterday.
Oh, Joey. There is a bloop. Stupid single to right field. Impossible to catch, and lands 5 feet in front of Erdman. More of the same here. Back-to-back hits from the Tar Heels, where they're just getting the barrel on the ball. There's a ball centimeter high. Runners in the corner right now. Nobody out. Bloopers to left field and right field. Berger's doing a good job pitching strikes. Labored a little bit on that one, so the ball was low. Good word of encouragement from Coach Danielson. Says, good job, Saint. Go right after him. Base runner there on first for the Tar Heels. Stopped as if he was going to steal second. I wonder if he did that at the second. Berger released the ball. Yep.
How much more minutes?
Good question. 30 more minutes in the game.
I should have time to get 2 more foul balls.
All right.
Because I want 2 more foul balls. So then I can get.
So bases loaded here, nobody out. I'm still surprised that coach isn't going for the jugular here and putting one of our more experienced pitchers in. Perhaps there's conversations, though, about arm usage. I know Franzen didn't have a great outing yesterday, but he's been solid all year. And even without Franzen, we would still have Dressler, Danielson, Nelson available. Berger throws a strike in there. And again, the first two base runners reached on just good hits. Berger's only walked one. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. Nobody out, bases loaded. Bottom of the third, there's a foul ball. Something Coach Dahlberg does very well is he puts pitchers in based on where the other team is at in their lineup. So this is the 10th batter in the Tar Heels lineup. Possible that what coach is doing is wanting to let Saint finish off the lineup and then maybe make a pitching change at the top of the order. We'll see. There's a dribbler, and Berger is... Oh, they're saying it was a dead ball, went off of his leg. That's a bummer. All the runners return to their base. Good word of encouragement from Coach Dahlberg there. Said, way to jump, way to jump. That was. Berger's athletic. He's strong. He's been a good addition to the team. And there is a ball hit hard under the glove of Bancroft. Coach Dahlberg tells Bancroft, got to be down and ready, glove on the ground. There's a foul ball. And again, this is the 11th batter in the lineup. Berger doing his job. There is a ball hit to Bancroft, and Bancroft is going to get the out as he throws home. So every infielder has an out now. Burrell, the first one of the game. Dressler had the nice rope to first. Danielson won, Bancroft won. There's 4. Dahlberg's got 3. And those are your 7. As we are in the bottom of the third. And Hibbing is going to throw down to third. Nice accurate throw. Runner gets back. Good job by the base coach there. So bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the third. Score tied 8-8. Final batter in the lineup here for the Storm. Strike thrown. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. .75 minutes into the game. There's a pop up. And let's see. Dressler, no, I'm sorry, Dahlberg steals that one. Dahlberg is going to throw it home as Dahlberg gets his 4th out of the game. Did he tag? Hey, did he tag? Throw to Finn. I don't know how that guy got home so fast, if he really truly tagged. So the Tar Heels lead 9-8 as Dahlberg swoops in from center to collect his 4th out of the game. Berger doing just fantastic here on the mound. Coach Dahlberg leaves him in. And Bancroft not able to catch the ball thrown down from Hibbing. As we would have had him in a rundown there. So runners advance to 2nd and 3rd. And there is a rocket right to Ian Nelson, and Nelson fields it clean, and we got an 8-8 ball game going to the 4th inning. Great pitching, Saint.
I think we need 2 to tie.
Colton, that's my bad.
Yeah, just go on a line.
Yeah, no, I love that.
Thing as last time.
I mean, that was like a...
Make sure.
Saint, great pitching, buddy.
Yeah, I saw. From the wildfires? The air quality is not the best right now. I saw one. Huh?
Hey, Joe, did he tag up on that?
Huh?
Did he tag up on
I can't remember.
I thought he got home way too fast.
I just loved it. I should have thrown him
You
more.
were like right off the
Finn,
Huh?
were your other 2 home runs on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just awesome on Sundays.
You're just awesome on Sundays, man.
I also had Nick Flores app.
Okay, so here we go. We got a great game. Matt, 8-8? 8-9. Okay. My mistake earlier. It is 9-8. Tar Heels lead. So top of 4, we're 80 minutes in. And Joey Franzen 1 for 1 today. With 2 RBIs. He'll step to the plate on deck. The Tyrannosaurus Dex Erdman. Franzen swing and a miss. Franzen rocking the orange socks, the orange sliding glove, the orange sleeve, orange sticker on the back of his helmet, orange lettering on the jersey. Franzen swings at a ugly curveball from the pitcher. Joey, a crowd favorite. Getting multiple rounds of encouragement thrown his way. And that was the fastest pitch any of the batters have seen today, as the pitcher really reared back on that one. Strikes out Franzen. And one down here in the top of the fourth. This will bring up Dexter Erdman, your leadoff batter. And Erdman is going to foul that one off. Crew Hibbing off and running. So Erdman quickly behind. Erdman 0 for 2 today at the plate. Comes into today batting .379. Erdman swings at that one. Colton. Fastball, curveball, fastball. Last two batters. He's rotating them. So he's just going fast curve. And Erdman is going to sky one. And that's going to one hop to the fence. Erdman will dig for 2. And he's in with a double. So great hit for Dexter Erdman. Boy, did we need that. Gets the party started. So Ames Storm with a runner on second here, down 1. Colton. He's coiling way more when it's a fastball.
What do you mean?
He gets lower and goes back harder when it's a fastball.
Dad, how much minutes
Wait
left?
till that's all the listeners.
Dad,
Yeah.
how much minutes left?
18. Erdman not being held at second. There's a strike to Dressler. So Ames down 9-8, top of the fourth. This is Lucas Dressler at the plate. Having a great season, batting .447. Foul ball there. Erdman's really hit a, I think that's his second 290 foot hit this weekend. He may punch one over the fence here before the season's over. And Dressler's going to put it in play, and now we get through the wickets on the third baseman. And Coach Dahlberg holds Erdman at third. You know, that was the right call by Dahlberg to hold the runner. However, that is the second time the left fielder has not been able to pull the ball out of the grass. So in a perfect world going forward, that would be some of our notes. So here we go. Ames down 9-8. Colton Hibbing up to bat. Takes a ball in the dirt. And Dressler will steal second. Pitcher showing a little bit of weakness here. Stabs at the ball in the throwback from the catcher. No body language. A little bit of bad body language there. Coils. Hibbing liked that one. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the fourth, runners on second and third. Hibbing 1 for 2 today. Takes a ball high. Hibbing leads the team. He and Erdman lead the team in walks. You can see Hibbing's stance different when he's only got one strike on him. Takes a ball low there. So 3-1. Hibbing will widen up that stance if he gets 2 strikes on him. Hibbing looks at a strike there, so full count. 1 out. Hibbing widens the stance. And he will be walked, which for the moment is the most walks on the team. As that was number 13 on the season, he has somehow surpassed Erdman for the most walks. So here we go, folks. Graydon Bancroft, team leader in home runs last year. 2 strikeouts today. I think last year one of the most amazing statistics on the team was that 5 of Bancroft's 10 home runs came in his final at-bat of the game. So this would qualify. Oh, and that might have been it. That was down the middle. Not quite sure where we didn't connect on that, but 1-1 the count, 1 out, bases loaded. And Bancroft is going to top that up, and then Coach Dahlberg in Erdman's ear to oh, he drops the ball. Dressler. Run! Run! So, crazy sequence there. Just a crazy sequence. The center fielder dropped the ball. That's awesome. So, just the craziest play there. So, just to recap, the bases were loaded with 1 out. And it was assumed to be such an easy catch that Dressler held at second and Hibbing held at first, and all the focus of the players was given to Erdman, whether or not he would tag up from third and go home. Well, Erdman in the end didn't even need to tag up because the ball was dropped, but then meanwhile, because it was dropped, there was a force out available at third and second, and it was almost impossible for Dressler or Hibbing, the runners on first and second, to see that he had dropped it and that they needed to advance. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, if you're going to blame our base runners, you'd have to almost blame our coaches too, because that's just the craziest play. It's so... You guys don't think he dropped that on purpose, do you?
No, I don't think he did. But I mean, hold it for it was like borderline infield fly rule.
I know, right?
Outfield fly rule.
Outfield. That'd be the savviest play in the history of youth baseball if he dropped it on purpose. So Ames Storm catch a bad break there. Should be 9-9 with 2 outs, but just a bad break. I mean, Coach Dahlberg had all his attention on helping Erdman tag up. Dressler, the runner, had all his attention on returning to second after the assumed catch, and both Hibbing and Danielson, the first base coach, were completely shielded from the fact that the center fielder dropped the ball. And so instead of getting our batter Bancroft out, the center fielder. How'd you score that one, Matt?
I called that a fielder's choice double play.
Okay. Oh my God. I disagree with that.
I completely disagree with that.
Yeah. Wow, so more drama on that play. More drama on that. They didn't even count Dexter Erdman's run. So in baseball, let's go back to the bases loaded here, and let's pretend as the runner there is gonna, or the base runner is going to slap that one over Danielson's head for a base hit. So let's pretend bases are loaded and there's a ground ball to third base. If the third baseman throws it to second for a force out and then the double play is completed on a throw to first, the runner from third going home, even if he scores, is not awarded the run because the series of the double play is allowed its completion before the batter reaches first or not. So what happened on that play there is that the umpire ruled that it was the same thing. Matt, you know what's so maddening about that? If they're gonna call that, then they also need to call it an infield fly. You can't have it both ways. If it's not an infield fly, then the runner gets to score before the play is completed. Just the craziest sequence ever. So back to the analogy here. If you have bases loaded and there's a ground and one out, there's a ground ball to third base. If the third baseman, triggers a double play to second to first, and they, complete that motion, if you will, the runner from third, no matter how fast he is, if he scores, it doesn't count because the double play was allowed to be completed. So in this case, they ruled that the pop fly dropped by the center fielder was the same type of scenario. Well, if that's true, we'll just leave it at that. It was ruled that was the same type of scenario. I disagree. I think Erdman's run should have counted. But what a bad break for the Storm. Just a terrible break. And they're down 9-8 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Good job.
95 minutes in, so Ames has to get 3 outs in 5 minutes. This is what people love about baseball, that somehow a sport that's been around for 100+ years always finds ways to find quirky rules. I just don't know how. So let's go back to that bases loaded scenario. If he pops it up in the air and there's one out, it's an infield fly. So it's gotta, you can't have it both ways. Either it's gotta be an infield fly. I mean, we've seen infield flies called when it's just, deep to the shortstop or deep to the second baseman. Either it's got to be an infield fly or the whole process of the double play being completed doesn't count. Man, that's frustrating. You can't have... You can't... So... There's more bad luck for the Storm as the ball trickles down the third base line, hits the third base, and pops up in the air before Burrell can get to it. And the body language doctor is here to tell you that all the air out of this balloon has been taken out. Gosh darn it. Ames had bases loaded, 1 out, and Bancroft at the plate, and so Dressler is going to field one at shortstop. Froholm, the second time today, the Ames Storm defense has completed a bases loaded infield hit, force out at home. And Dressler just always seems like he's got his head screwed on. Knows what he's doing with the ball every time. Just doing a great job at shortstop. There's a strike from Berger. So Berger just doing great at pitching here too. Good call by Coach Dahlberg. About 4 minutes to go. 1 out, bases loaded, 1-run game. Oh, and I just heard game's over. Game's over. So frustrating the way that third inning played out there. We're going to power down, charge the phone. We'll be back in a half hour for game number 2. Thanks for tuning in.